Hello everyone and welcome to Club Reaction to Rangers 4, Livingston 0 in the quarter-final of the League Cup, and Rangers are through to the semi-finals to play Hearts at Hampden at the end of November. I am Scott Carney, I am with Ali Pearson.
Thank God for that. That was routine, I would say, which was something we've not been able to say coming out of Ibrox, probably apart from the last time we played Livingston. So if we could play Livingston every week, that'd be handy.
That would be handy. I think I'll take Ali's. Yeah, Ali's desperate to say it. Carbon copy of the first time we played Livingston.
Yeah, copy and paste.
Yeah, it is pretty similar, to be fair, it is pretty similar. But look, was there improvements? Yes, there was improvements. I think every goal tonight was good. I thought it couldn't have been difficult to be better than what we seen on Sunday. So I'm pretty happy with what I seen tonight, and it's just what we needed. A routine win through to the semi-final, no dramas really at all to report. The starting 11, Ali, was probably the best 11 that we have just now. Yilmaz coming in for Barisic. I suppose that's only really up for debate. So Fuentes, Lundstrom and Jack in the middle of the pitch, and Kamar Roof, Sima and Lammers started up front. No real shock in it really.
Nah, for me, I wasn't on the club deck corner with Dessers. I mean, I've had my say in Dessers, so I didn't expect him to start. Kamar Roof was a shoe-in for me. Yilmaz, I got a slight surprise, but not really, because he played him against St John's, I think it was. So, like you say, Carly, we're kind of threadbare at the moment, the squad, so it's slim pickings, but not surprised. Yeah, not surprised. Into the game itself, I thought Rangers started the game really well. I thought the first 15 minutes or so was really good. Honestly, really good. I was delighted with the way that we'd started. We're moving the ball better. It looked like we knew each other. It looked like we could pass the ball to each other. So it was all an improvement for me, and it was Sima that got us the opening goal. Yilmaz played the ball down the left hand side. Didn't really look like Sima was going to get to it. Maybe a bit controversial, there was a bit of a push on the Livingston player, but Coleman and VAR both let it go. Sima works himself into the box from a tight angle, Ali. It's a very tidy finish. Yeah, initially I thought it was I think we all did. I thought it was a foul. I was waiting on Willie Collum just to blow his whistle. He didn't Willie Collum. He let the play go. Credit to Willie Collum. There you go.
Don't hear that very often though.
Let it go, and Sima, yeah, great finish. Similar to the kind of PSV finish, I thought. Yeah. For Sima, great finish, but good start for Rangers. Like you say, kind of first 15-20 minutes I thought we were very good. Moved the ball quick, head up, moved the ball forward as well. So I was impressed with Rangers the first 20 minutes. Yeah,
it looked like there was a vast improvement. There was absolutely no doubt about it. We were very much better in the first 15-20 minutes. However, after that we did fall into this lull, and everybody knows what I mean by everybody that's watched Rangers this season will know what I mean by that lull, because it very much happened. We just kind of resorted back to not really doing anything. We hadn't really been positive for the ball. We were maybe overplaying it at times. We were not brave. The passing between each other, and not helped with some slack passes as well. It kind of became one of the games. I can't really be too much kinder than what we seen the rest of the half.
Yeah, it was a bit stodgy, to be honest. That second half there. Somebody tries to come in front of me and they're in the car. But no, the last 20 minutes of that first half, I would say it was poor, to be honest. But at the same time, I never felt in danger with Livingston, because I thought they were a poor team. Yeah,
Livingston are a particular poor team. I don't think they're very good at all. They didn't really offer very much at all tonight throughout the game. There were a couple of chances. Kelly had a chance in the first half he could maybe feel unlucky by. It was a decent effort when just past the post. I think he'd beat Butland, to be honest. I don't think Butland was getting anywhere near it. But yeah, the half finished 1-0, and again it wasn't great. I honestly thought Ridvan struggled in the first half. I thought Ryan Jack's passing in the first half was awful, really bad. He was not been able to make basic passes, and Kamar Roof really wasn't in the game at all, and we don't know if there's something in that or not, because at the start of the second half Kamar Roof doesn't come back out and Dessers comes on to replace him. I hope he's not injured, mate.
I hope not. I mean, I've said I had the fear with Kamar Roof that he's been playing all these games of football and he's been alright. So yeah, Kamar Roof, the first half for me wasn't in the game at all. He was non-existent for me in that first half, Kamar Roof, and from not to come out the second half, you'd like to think it's because of his performance rather than he's got an injury.
I hope so. He was dropping deep again, coming really deep and picking up the ball, maybe to get himself involved in the game. I hope it's not a tactic, because it's one that doesn't work. If anything, it lets Livingston kind of reorganise when Kemar Roof's not occupying one of the defenders, so it didn't really work out for Kemar Roof tonight, so we need to hope it's not an injury, because that's kind of the last thing that we need just now going forward. The second half, Rangers didn't start it particularly good. I thought that was Livingston's best spell in the game. Not that there was a great amount to report on, but I thought again we were being sloppy with passes and not really controlling the game the way that you would like us to. It was becoming quite a turgid watch to an extent, and I think you could feel Ibrox start to get a bit frustrated. Obviously that reflects onto the players as well, and we weren't really kicking on from going a goal up, and then the goal came at the right time for us. We actually break forward. We looked like somebody wanted to take the ball on. Yilmaz gets the ball in his own half, runs the length of the pitch, gets to the edge of the box, and a sort of toe bee, if you like, an old school toe bee into the bottom left hand corner, and it was exactly what we needed at that time, Ali, because Ibrox was getting a wee bit frustrated with what we were seeing. But a fantastic goal by Yilmaz.
Yeah, it was. We didn't start the second half well again, to be honest, and yeah, I was waiting until it probably hit that 70 minutes until Ibrox really started to moan. But fair play to Yilmaz, as soon as he picked that ball up, Carney, I think you said the way down, the whole of Ibrox was basically urging him to keep going with the ball.
We
basically drove him. He kept going with it. Something Barisic wouldn't do. That's completely two different fullbacks. You wouldn't see Barisic doing that, but he kept going with the ball, Yilmaz, and like you say, it was a kind of old-fashioned toe poke into the bottom corner, but I'll take it. And 2-0 Rangers, and at that point the game is dead and buried. Yeah,
and you could feel the relief throughout the whole stadium, and even on the players. I think you could see a visible difference in them. Unfortunately, Yilmaz goes down. Again, I don't know how much is in this. I didn't see it in him. He is taken off. I hope that is nothing serious, because again, we can't afford really to have any more injuries. And Ali, more so for Yilmaz's case, he can't afford to be injured again, because we can't continue with him if he's just always going to be injured.
Yeah, he seems to play a few games for Rangers and then breaks down and is out for 2 months
6 weeks,
or whatever it is, and then comes back and it's just the same pattern. So I'd like to hope it's not. I'd like to think he's alright and we took him off at the right time, but if he is injured again, then we can't have players like that.
It's a talking point again, isn't it?
Yeah, unfortunately, because we can't. We need guys we can rely on, but like you say, we don't know what it is at the moment until Beale comes out and says. So hopefully there's nothing wrong with him.
Yeah, hopefully not. Bonner Barisic obviously comes on to replace him. I'm saying obviously, like who knows? Somebody else could have come on and played left back the way we've seen things recently this season, but no, it is Barisic that comes on, and it's Barisic that's involved for the third goal. He plays an absolutely tremendous pass down the channel behind the defender to Sima. Sima gets himself into the box again. Looks like it's set, mate, for Dessers to get a goal. All he had to do was square it. To be fair to the defender, he does get back to deflect it, but all he does is deflect it over his keeper and into the back of the net. You have to give credit to Barisic here, and I'm going to give credit to Sima as well. Yes, he was frustrating at times, there's absolutely no doubt he's still got the frustrating moments in him, but I thought tonight was much more like it for Sima.
Yeah, a fantastic ball by Barisic. Was just praised Yilmaz there, so we need to praise Barisic. Ryan, we need to praise Barisic if he was in this post. Only joking, Ryan, but it was a fantastic ball. Sima, I thought he's a bit of a nuisance tonight, Sima. I think that's what the type of player he is.
Yeah.
He gets in front of the boy. He's looking to square it to Dessers, to be fair. Deflects in the back of the net, and that's Sima. I thought, can Sima claim that goal?
I don't think so. I think the announcers in the stadium gave it to Sima, but I don't think he's shooting there. Yeah, it's more of an own goal, I think. But he's got to be there to do it, and I say the pass from Barisic probably deserved a goal. It was a tremendous pass, and it was a good move again, and that's what I mean throughout every goal that we scored tonight was a good goal. Generally a great goal, well worked, and even the fourth goal, we made a number of changes. Shooter had come on. Sterling come on, and so did Scott Wright, and it was Sterling and Tav had moved a wee bit further forward. Sterling was playing right back, and they two had really good link up play. Tav squares the ball along the ground into the box. Scott Wright runs over and dummies it, and Ryan Jack's there to a great finish, to be honest, into the far post, mate, to make it 4-0, and just a very convincing win, routine win, just much more like it and much more what we were looking for it. It should, and I've said this before when we've had performances when we've scored, and I'm not saying by any means that Rangers were perfect. There is still moments in that game that were extremely frustrating to watch. However, we managed to score 4 goals. You can never really be too angry at that.
No, it's a positive. I think Rangers relaxed after the second goal went in and start to play a wee bit. The patterns of play were good. That 4th goal was an excellent goal by Rangers.
Goal, yeah. I know the game's obviously done at that point, but still, it's still.
It's a great goal between Tav and Sterling. Even the dummy, but Scott Wright, he knows what he's doing. Scott Wright, and Ryan Jack puts a lovely in the bottom corner, and yeah, it's 4 goals at Ibrox. It's another clean sheet. I know a clean sheet means nothing in terms of a cup game, but we haven't conceded a goal tonight either. So that's that 4 games in the trot. We've not conceded a goal. Conceded a goal now. So yeah, it's a positive, especially after the weekend there where it was all doom and gloom again. It's perked us up slightly, so it's up to Rangers now on Saturday to keep that momentum going.
Yeah, as and Storm Aggie didn't even make an appearance to ruin things at Ibrox tonight. It was actually okay. So yeah, no, look, as I say, I'm not going to sit and pretend that everything's perfect. It isn't. But from what we have, you think of the amount of injuries that we have out, to get a 4-0 win in the quarter-final of the League Cup to get us into the semi-final, I'm going to be pretty happy with that. And as I say, it's onto the semi-finals that we now go. Ali, we were talking about it as we came out the game. Quickly before I come on to that, actually, Cyril Dessers, mate. There was a point in the game where everybody in Ibrox was screaming for him to take a shot, and I don't know now, if you're looking at him tonight, I think there might be a confidence issue there with him as well, mate, because a few times Bailey even spoke to him to say, like, it's alright, calm yourself down, everything's going to be alright. You could kind of see him a couple of times having a talk with him, maybe just try to get him to relax, and it didn't really seem to come off for him. But again tonight, he's not made an impact on the game.
No, he was poor again. Dessers again. I think you maybe mentioned Carney trying too hard. Yeah. Cyril Dessers, I think he is. I don't like being critical of Rangers players all the time. I don't like writing players off, but he's out of all the signings. He's the one. We've spent good money on this guy, age of 28, whatever he is. He's supposed to be in the prime of his career. I don't see it in him at all. I really don't. And today, yeah, the crowd got frustrated with him. He should have had a shot and he didn't. It's frustrating, but we don't know what's happened to Kamara Roof, so we might have to rely on Cyril Dessers moving forward.
Yeah, that's a very good point. We might have to rely on Dessers, but as I say, for tonight, for him coming on, I didn't really see very much in him, and I just don't know if he's fully feeling confident in himself, because a confident striker would have had a shot at that moment. If you've watched the game, you know exactly what moment I'm talking about. But yeah, still a wee bit question marks over Dessers for me. I see as we left the game, mate, I said man of the match was Yilmaz. It was announced by the match day sponsors, and at the stadium it was announced as Yilmaz. I said to you, mate, I probably struggled to pick a man of the match. I think there was a lot of 6s and 7s today, maybe.
Yeah, Scotia was saying the same. We were thinking, who do you pick man of the match? I'm really struggling. I get why Yilmaz got it. I thought Yilmaz was okay. I thought he was okay. His goal obviously lifts him in terms of man of the match contender, because he got the second goal, which ultimately killed the game. So,
does he technically get assist for Seamers first as well?
Aye. So I mean, if I'm scratching about here, which I really am, I'd probably give it Yilmaz. But again, I mean, it's me being scratching about here. Nobody was a real standout for me in the game at all.
No, there wasn't, but it's a good thing that we're not sitting talking about Jack Butland, and I mean no disrespect to Jack Butland about that.
Laying a deck chair.
But it wasn't really called upon tonight. It was very much one-way traffic for the majority of the game tonight. Rangers were very much in control. As I say, there is still problems. There is no doubt that there is still problems, but it was much needed after what we witnessed on Sunday. So yeah, we'll take it, and we're into the semi-final, and now we're on to Saturday, a home game at 3 o'clock against Aberdeen. So Ali, for tonight, mate, thank you very much, and thanks for driving me home.
No problem, we're still stuck in the traffic until I get home.
Well, not that bad, it's alright.
It's not too bad, but aye, at least that storm didn't come, and on to Saturday against Aberdeen, which for me, I think that'll be a tough game on Saturday. Yeah. Aberdeen, obviously they're through the semi-final of the Scottish Cup. the Scottish Cup, sorry, the League Cup. So it'll be a tough one against Aberdeen, but yeah, it's there for Rangers on Saturday, so we've got a platform, as we said, against Betis again. Can we motor on? So it's down to you, Rangers.
Yes, hopefully, as I say, but we can't really ask for much more tonight. As I say, after the disappointment of Sunday, it's good to leave Ibrox after scoring 4 goals, that's for sure. So we will be back on Friday with Club Live. Until then, enjoy the rest of your week. We are Club at 22, the Rangers podcast. Cheers, everybody.